welcome back to my channel, and for today's look I did a little glam on a budget, and if you'd like to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I feel like saying take two because I had to take the L on the other look. It was supposed to be a sunset eye, didn't quite work out, so I wanted to do a fun little tutorial of mainly affordable products. There are, I think mainly the eye primer won't be affordable. Everything else is affordable. So to start out, I'm just going to take the Zulu by Juvias Place. This is one of my all-time favorite palettes. I'm going to go into the orange shade and I'm going to apply it into my crease. I'm taking the ABH A14 brush, tapping off the excess and getting it packed on in there. I feel like I just ruined how this looks to me because I just realized, like, with the orange and the yellow, it kind of looks like candy corn. So I'm like, but I love candy corn, so I know, unpopular opinion. Okay, now I'm going to take the Colourpop E1 brush. I'm sorry, I had to look at it. I haven't had it for very long, so I don't quite have it down yet. I'm just going to blend this orange out just a little bit. Now I'm going to take the ABH A14 brush again, and I'm going to go into this yellow shade here. And just add it right where the orange leaves off, and then stamp it. So I'm stamping it and I'm kind of like doing little windshield wiper motions as well, but it just seems to make it blend together and be a little less seamless, or a little more seamless. So next I'm going to be taking that Colourpop E1 brush again, and I'm just going to have it cleaned off, and I'm going to give it a little blend just to get the colors a tad bit more diffused and a little less harsh. I'm going to take a little bit more of that yellow and blend it. I'm just going to clean that brush off. Next I'm going to take the Morphe M421 brush and some of this Colourpop No Filter Concealer in Fair 00, and I'm just going to cut the crease. Next up, I'm going to take the ABH A14 brush again and this brown shade here, and I'm going to apply it to the outer corner of the eye, to the concealer. I let it dry down some because I noticed that if I don't, then it gets real muddy, and not really muddy, but it kind of looks patchy. So I'm just going to take that and apply it here. I figured that it would be fun to do something a little more warm tone, since it seems like I've done a lot of cool tone looks lately. So this is my attempt at something not overly dramatic, I guess. I got some new things that I wanted to try out that are on the affordable end of the makeup land as well, so just figured this would be a little fun one, since I never do a full face on camera. I say don't do a full face on camera, and I know that I don't do my brows, but if I did that, then we would be here for days upon days, and I don't think you want to watch me for that long all at once, because it's quite disastrous. Like, this one always comes out looking like the not so cool stepsister. This one always turns out looking better, and I don't know why, but this one, it seems like the product applies easier, and this one it like doesn't. So like the lines are a little harsher in this than in this one, and like I just like that one better. I guess that's because like the side of my face that I like the best. I don't know. So now I'm just gonna take this new, let me get the box for it. It's the e.l.f. liquid glitter eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Disco Queen. I think it was only like $5, and I feel like it could be a good dupe for the Stila Glitter and Glow. And yeah, so far I think I like it. I also got another one, but it's blue. It's blue, and so I didn't want to use it today because I wanted to try to do something not blue. But it is Ocean Eyes, and it looks beautiful. If you'd like to see a look using it, you can always let me know down below and let me know what you want to see. I probably will be using it soon, at least for Instagram anyway. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna get her messy, kind of. No, try not to be messy, but try to get as much as I can with the applicator before I use the brush. I've been so into glitter lately, and I used to kind of be scared of it. I read somewhere about how somebody had accidentally gotten a piece into their eye and didn't realize it, and then they had a lot of problems. So I think it really scared me away from using it for so long. And now that I've kind of figured out how to take it off and try to be really careful with it and everything, I'm like obsessed with glitter. So I've been doing that a bit, and I've been trying to just do that with eyelashes that are about ready to be thrown away, because glitter fallout and lashes, I get frustrated trying to clean them. So I'm like, okay, I need to do this with eyelashes that are close to being used up. So now I'm just gonna take this little paintbrush that I got off Amazon, and it's kind of thin, kind of not. But I'm just gonna get some product on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to get spots that need it that I don't want to take too close to that brown shade and get it to be a hot mess. Now I have a paper towel off to the side that I'm just wiping off this brush with, just to make sure that I get off any of the, because I feel like the concealer's kind of coming off, and it's kind of trying to change the color up a little, and it's getting a little gunky from all the glitter and whatnot. So I'm just trying to make sure that it has a cleaner application. I feel like that is good for right now. I'm gonna let it dry down some more and see if I need to add some. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit more of the brown A14 brush and just kind of blend the two together as best as I can without making too much of a mess. Okay, I feel like that's alright, but I do see a chunk from the glitter, so I'm gonna take this small shader brush from Luxor and just kind of flake it off some, and then go back in and touch that up. The reviews that I read on these e.l.f. things were kind of 50-50 on people saying they were good and people saying that they sucked, but I was like, you know, they're $5, you're getting what you pay for. But e.l.f. has really stepped up their game in the last, year and a half, something like that. They're not a bad brand. I mean, I recommend e.l.f. a lot when somebody's like, they want something affordable, or they're just starting out, or, you know, like, I need, like, I don't know, like a dupe for something. e.l.f. But I'll tell you another brand that I've kind of been sleeping on and would like to not be sleeping on anymore is Milani. Because I got this highlighter, and I'm going to use it in a little bit, but it's really good. I was looking at some of their eyeshadow palettes, but a lot of them seem a little bit too neutral for my taste. So, and I do have a lip gloss or two that I really like from them. So I'm really interested in trying some more of their products, but I don't know. I'm just going to have to figure out something to do with the eyeshadow. Because I could probably do a cool look with just maybe the shimmers out of those palettes, because the shimmers aren't necessarily like super duper neutral. They're kind of popping. And I want to say some brow products from them I heard was really good as well. So might need to do that, because I've been stuck on ABH Dip Brow Gel and Dip Brow Pomade for like At least since the Dip Brow Gel came out, and I've been using the Dip Brow Pomade for like a year and a half, 2 years, something like that, I want to say. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this E1 brush from Colourpop again, and make sure it's cleaned off and just get a little bit more of that orange shade. Just kind of blend this out, making an entire mess in the process. Sorry guys, my voice is trying to go out. I think my allergies are just being weird because here it is, January the like 5th, I think, and it's 70 degrees. Like Christmas was warm too. It's like, okay, Arkansas, where's the cold? And I'm gonna take that A14 brush again, and I think it's right in front of my face. I have 6 brushes in front of me, and somehow I lose an entire brush, but okay. So just gonna add it here to this outer bit, and I'm gonna blend it out in just a second, but I'm just gonna really stamp that on to get it in there. I'm gonna take this SL Miss Glam fluffy brush and just blend and blend and blend. I feel definitely like we need to talk real quick while I'm cleaning off my brushes. So I was looking for a list of like the best purple eyeshadow shades that I was hoping to find some that would be like split between mattes and shimmers, and like if there was a palette that was a lot of purple or whatever, you know. Okay, so I found this one by, I guess, Allure, I think was what it was. Y'all, tell me why they had the Bling Boss, tell me why they had the Bling Boss palette as #1 for the best purples, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault. That was the worst. I had to send that one back, okay? It was patchy. Like, did y'all use this palette? Did you get a good batch? Like, no. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my own list. So I might be trying to do something along the lines of a list of good matte shades that are like the purples, blues, greens, reds. Like, do a list of like my opinion of the best rated to like what I'm not super crazy about, and then doing like shimmers and then like ones with reflex in it and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna take the Colourpop BFF liquid liner from the BeckyG collection. Yeah, the Colourpop or BeckyG X Colourpop collection is Lola, and let me tell you, I couldn't wait to do this video to try it because it is a brush tip liner. I'm obsessed with brush tip liners, and this stuff stays put. Even when I go to wash it off, it doesn't want to come off. It is like an amazing liner. Let's just hope I can get my wings even, because it seems like this day nothing wants to work out with my makeup or my words, because I keep messing those up too. But it's okay. It'll all work out. Now to even them up, because it's a little chunkier, it's a chunka right here, I'm going to use some of the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer and clean it up. I've been trying to do that more so than using concealer, because it concealer just kind of leaves a line that's like obviously super duper white, and I don't know, it's just too obvious to me, so. Okay, now that I have that done, I had to do a little fixing up on the other one because I didn't want to have to wash off. But I'm just going to take this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. That is an entire mouthful to say, but it has been one of my absolute favorite primers since I got it to try it. And I tried to do a tutorial, not really a tutorial, but like a review on the Pretty Fresh line, because I had heard people say that they hated it. And I was like, oh, this makes me so nervous to try, but I want to try something that is really affordable for the days that I like just do makeup and don't go anywhere. Just pretty much do it to wash it off, you know? And I can't remember who, it was Raw Beauty Christina. This other girl, I just found her a while back and I cannot remember her name, but when I can remember it, I'll let you know, but I really like her. I'm subscribed to her, but I can't, I think I watched like 2 of her videos. Sometimes, like, you know how YouTube will just play random stuff based on what you're watching? Well, I use YouTube for background noise a lot. I mean, I'll start off watching something, but then I'll go do like my chores or whatever, and it's still on. And she came on, so I started watching her. I really liked her, and it's like juicy. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. But yeah, she said she didn't like it, and they both said it made them look cakey, and I was just like, I want to try something though. I've been about the more lighter coverage life, and I got the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation, and I really liked it, but I pretty much did it to be more of a full coverage. But it's really good for, oh no, am I about out of this? It's really good for a, going out and you want your makeup to stay, but that's something that I really have to prep my face for a lot more and stuff like that, just to make sure that it doesn't get a lot of bad creasing in like my smile lines and everything. So I'm just gonna add this. This might be a little lighter coverage than I'm wanting to go for today, but I've been using the Clinique Even Better Makeup SPF foundation tinted moisturizer thing because I got it for free from Ulta for being diamond, I think, something like that. Anyway, I went in and I got shade tested or checked my, like, found which one matched me, and then told me it was that one and asked me some questions about like the makeup that I like, what I'm looking for and everything like that, and got me fixed up there, and I've really been enjoying it. I'd never really tried anything from Clinique other than the high impact mascara, so to try a foundation was really cool. I'm gonna add a little bit more because it's acting weird. It's just because how I had it stored, everything's kind of separating, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more. One of the big things that the 2 people that I'd watched said that they didn't like about it was that it looked cakey, and I don't know if I just said that or if I just kind of trailed off because I talked too much, but I haven't noticed it looking cakey on me. I feel like it's a nice little bit of coverage, but you could still do glam with it because we're all humans, we all have imperfections, and yes, I love full coverage, especially when I'm going somewhere, just because it usually lasts and kind of stays in place. But I wanted something just to kind of look like skin. The Urban Decay one does pretty well look like skin, but I went through an entire bottle of that pretty quick from just trying to use it every day and get the feel for it and everything. I used it like almost every day for like 2 or 3 months. It's like a $40 foundation, so it's like, you know, we're all humans, we all have imperfections. Get me a tinted moisturizer and, you know, be okay. Especially, and I love, like, I'm not having like the super best skin day today, but when I'm having like a really good day when my little bumps that I have coming up, like the little zits aren't so prominent, it's like my favorite to do a tinted moisturizer. And yes, my hairline is super dry. Please do not pay any attention to that over there because it's doing its own thing. And I'm just gonna take this little damp sponge to really get this pressed in because that brush did leave some streaks. And I do like to go in with a little sponge sometimes to get everything lined or evened out. For the concealer, I'm just gonna take the lighter shade of the Juvia's Place, the shade Stix foundation, because I don't really have a concealer that's not higher end that I really like. And I do like the hyaluronic acid one, the Pretty Fresh one, but I got it a little dark. It's more of a not highlighting your under eye shade, and I was so mad at myself for that. So I'm just gonna use this Juvia's Place one. And this will add a little bit more coverage too to get this dark spot that I have here. I had a pretty bad breakout a while back, and lately I've gotten better about not picking, but I've picked like crazy and it just left all these spots like all over. So I know I put up a video, well today is Sunday and I usually upload on Sundays, and it was like before Christmas when I was filming it, and so I didn't really think to ask like, how did your holidays go? So let me know down below, did you have a nice holiday? I got to spend a lot of time with my family and I really enjoyed that. It was nice to get to spend time with my family, and I cooked a whole bunch of food for Christmas at my Mima's, and I made, well, I say a whole lot, it felt like a whole lot because it was kind of a, I cook for my husband and I, so that's like for 2 people, and usually it's HelloFresh, so I don't have a whole lot of leftovers. And so I was trying to cook for like at least 20 people. So I made macaroni and cheese, deviled eggs, and a cake. And I was so tired of looking at deviled eggs, but I love them so much. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this e.l.f. translucent powder. This says pour the powder there. I don't use this often. This is part of my car makeup. I keep my more affordable products in the car just to touch up. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of powder under, well, at least in my smile lines. I hope that I don't get any creasing under my eyes, because sometimes it's hit or miss with when I use stuff like the Juvia's Place stuff, because I know that I'm Magic concealer really creases on me. Just under my eyes though. So I'm not knocking it. It's a pretty good foundation. I mean, a pretty good concealer, but it really does make my under eyes crease. But everywhere else, it looks pretty nice. And I really powder like the smile lines because I feel like it helps them be less prominent, because they get to be pretty. I mean, they are like the first to come out to play. I'm gonna take this e.l.f. contour palette. This is also my car makeup. I'm just gonna go into the darker shade there to contour with. And I got my little brush over here. This is the Colourpop F8 brush. And I'm just gonna get it nice and contour powdered up. And get a little bit of contouring going on here. Get some cheekbones carved out. This is almost, I feel like, too warm for me, but it'll work. I'm just gonna take this Luxor small contour brush. The words are coming off of it, and the hairs are falling out because when I wash them, I don't have a thing to reshape them, but I'm getting one of those soon. I'm so excited. I'm just taking this Mica Beauty. Some of the words are coming off it too, but I'm just gonna take that little brush and I'm going to contour my nose. So last night I went to Michael's to go and get some crafting supplies, and this one lady was being so hateful to the employee over at the pump. And it was not the employee's fault, and that lady was just being so hateful. Like, one of my biggest, especially if I sit and think about like what is my biggest pet peeve, I think one of my biggest pet peeves is when people are hateful to retail employees or like the service world employees, like wait staff and stuff like that. Like, you don't go treat people like lesser beings because they're at their job, and snap back, you can get them in trouble. Like, that makes, I don't know. I'm not a perfect human, nobody is, but you don't treat people like that. It went all over me. And I didn't realize that was what was happening until I was going to leave. And I was quite infuriated. Like, don't treat people like that. So, on the note of not talking about that because I will get mad all over again, I went to Michael's and I found some really cute beads. I was so excited. I got some little peppermints. I was looking all over for them before Christmas, but I think they were sold out because they are pretty Christmassy. But they're so cute. And I was looking for some red beads to do some little Valentine's Day thing, jewelry stuff. And I think I got a few. And I already had like hearts and stuff that I bought kind of ahead of time because I'm such a last minute person when it comes to stuff like that, and I didn't even think about it. So like when it came to Christmas, I was super late at trying to get Christmas jewelry made up and gave to my parents, or well, to my mom and my granny, because I didn't even think about it. Christmas just, it came and went. Like it didn't seem like it was so close to Christmas, and then it was time for Christmas, and I was like, ah! So I'm trying to be a little bit ahead. For the next one, I'm gonna take this Colourpop and BeckyG bronzer, and it's in 310. I don't think I've ever tried a bronzer from Colourpop. I've tried their Super Shock highlights, and I want to say that's about it when it comes to like things for your face like that. So I usually just take this little nameless brush because it's wiped off, but I'm just gonna get a little bit of it and bronze up my cheeks here. I do quite like this so far, like just on first application like that. This might be a good dupe for my Bahama Mama. I really like this. But what I don't like is I didn't take this yellow out quite far enough. That's as good as it's gonna get. I really don't care at this point because I've been here for 3 hours. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of powder on my nose, like on the sides. Go back into that e.l.f. one. And then I did take this contour down a little farther over here, so I'm just gonna add just a tiny bit because it's got a little thick. I don't usually powder. I used to a lot, and I know for sure with this I get a flashback. I do use a Jeffree Star one for doing like my nose, but usually anymore all I do are like my nose and my smile lines, or laugh lines. I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, it's my wrinkles because I'm getting old. So now that I have this situation going, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that powder off, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the highlight. I'm not really like letting it bake, but I'm just like putting it enough to like blend it together pretty well. And I did kind of fudge up that nose contour, which I feel like it's always messed up anyway. I'm just gonna blend it a little bit more. Nose contouring is kind of like an art. I don't see how people do like so good. I mean, I do because they're talented, but like I'm just like, can you please let me hold on to some of that skill there, because I can't. Like, so this is the Milani Afterglow strobe light, or strobe light and afterglow. I'm not quite sure how that one's named, but it is very bomb. I love it. And I'm just gonna take this ABH A23 brush, and it kind of looks like the Cynthia doll off the Rugrats because I can't shape it when I wash it, but the little thing that I ordered, or Trevor got for me for my anniversary, will be in soon. So I'm just gonna apply it. And look at that glow. Like, I think this was maybe 10 bucks. And I'm telling you, like, I was sleeping on Milani. I don't even remember what made me order it. I think that I was looking like free gift with purchase on Ulta, and I was like, well, I'll get something I haven't tried. And I got this and a lip gloss, I think, and that might have been what it was, because I think it was like a $12 or $15 purchase or something. In a little makeup bag with something else in it, I don't quite remember, but it was worth it to me because this was totally a hit, not a miss. Now there was an e.l.f. highlighter that I got when my friend was in visiting, and we went to Ulta. I was like, oh, that e.l.f. highlighter's cute, let me try it. And I bought it, and then we did makeup like the next day, and I even like tried to like scrape the top of it off, and that highlighter was straight crap. Like, it was no pigment. I think, I don't know if she tried it or she like seemed like struggling with it, and was like, it was not good. I meant to take it back. I think I misplaced it because I didn't like it. I'm bad about that. I should have just took it back. But now I'm just going to go ahead and contour my nose, or highlight my nose. Look, my small lines are already coming out. I need to do a face mask tonight. What's some of your favorite face masks? I have a whole lot of the Tony Moly ones in a little foil. The Real Rice one, or the Nourishing Honey and stuff like that. Those ones are some of my favorites, but I don't like how they kind of come up on my chin and like don't want to stay. So I kind of feel like I have to lay down when I have those on, but I really like them. They make my face feel good. But then I just got some Fourth Ray Beauty detoxing one, I think. I can't remember. But I was really, really scared that it was gonna break me out, and it did make a couple of my pimples that were kind of trying to come up. But then, like, I just put a little bit of Mario Badescu on it, and they went away pretty quick. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. And then I have my Mario Badescu collagen mask. I really like to do that, and I leave it on longer than I should. I don't know if that helps or doesn't, but I usually forget because I go do some housework when I have it on. For blush, I'm going to use this Pixi by Petra Fresh Face Blush in Peach Parfait. I'm so tongue-tied today, but I've about hit pan on it. This is probably the first blush that I've ever hit pan on, and I'm like excited but sad at the same time. This has been one of my favorite blushes. So pretty. And it got some little, like, it almost has a glow to it to be like an extra bit of highlighter. Just kind of run it up through here as well. When I go to edit this in a few days, I'm gonna totally hate myself for talking so much. It's like, oh, now I have to watch myself ramble and figure out what's important and what's not. I add it to my nose. I like to have that little, looking like I've got a runny nose look going on here with that redness. And I am getting so much closer to finally being finished. This is why everybody hates waiting for me so we can go somewhere, because I'm extra and full and glam. I don't know how anybody else really does things when it comes to having like the lower lash line and stuff to do, because people probably do that once they finish the top part, but I usually do my lips and then smoke out the lower lash line and then add lashes and everything. So I'm just going to take this Colourpop lippie pencil in CTRL. This is one of my favorite ones. I'm going to line my lips, and then I'm going to put on the lippie stix in grunge, and it's like a reddish brown shade. I really kind of like it. Entirely too long later, I am back with lipstick. So next, I'm just going to use some of the Colourpop BFF Creme Gel Liner, and it is in the shade Charmer, and I'm going to put it on my waterline and then smoke out the lower lash line. So to smoke out the lower lash line, I'm just going to apply I'm going to take the Colourpop E10 brush and go into the brown shade and just bring it very close to the waterline and into the lash line. Next, I'm going to take the orange shade and bring it right where we left off, blending the two. It's gonna take, I cleaned it off, I'm gonna take the yellow shade and add it right where we left off with the orange. And to make sure that I have it really nice and blended, I'm gonna take that Colourpop E1 brush, I believe, yes, E1. Eventually I'll have it down, but I'm just going to take it and just blend it out to soften it up so it won't be as harsh. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop on some of these Kiss lashes in brassiere and some of this Profusion mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. It is my like be glam on a budget, and I really like it. I know that this ABH eye primer isn't necessarily like on the super affordable side, but this size is like $12, which is still kind of steep compared to e.l.f. having their like $2 eye primer, something like that. But even though it is this small and it is $12, this usually lasts me 3 months, and I do my makeup like every day. So I feel like that's not so bad, and I understand that everybody's affordable list or like what's affordable and what's not differs too. So concealer always works. It's a good, I can't say always, because I used to use concealer all the time, but there were some things that it wouldn't work on. But if you want to like not buy an eye primer, concealer works pretty good for most products. And the e.l.f. one, I need to buy another thing of it, but I don't want to get it and then like not use it. But it's pretty good. I really, really liked it, but I've just been stuck on the ABH eye primer since I tried it. But yeah, what do you think? Pretty glam, a little extra. This, on my first impression of this e.l.f. glitter, it's okay. It's not Stila, but it's good. I like it. I should have taken off this concealer here, and I feel like it would have made it pop more and just put it on my lid. That was an error on my end. This eyeliner, the BeckyG Colourpop one, I live, okay? It's gonna be a pain to take off tonight. It usually is when I use it. And then that's not a complaint. That just means that it is there to stay and you can wear it all day and party all night and be good to go. The 310 bronzer, my first impression of it, very nice. That I will probably, now that I've actually used it, because I've been saving it to do this video, I would probably use it more than my Bahama Mama bronzer, and that is saying something because I use my Bahama Mama bronzer all the time. That's almost too much fun to say. The e.l.f. contour palette, I feel like my only complaint is I feel like it's a little more red on me than when I use my Smashbox one, but I mean, it's not bad, I'm not complaining. And then that's just one thing that I kind of noticed, and I can live with it. And I want to try this sometime, but if you'd like to see a video with it, let me know. It's the other liquid glitter eyeshadow from e.l.f. It's so pretty, but I didn't want to do blue today because the last two videos that I uploaded were blue, so I'm trying to refrain from that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Oh, I forgot! I have the BeckyG X Colourpop roller, the Very Cherry roller lip gloss. I really want to try it, but I also know that it's going to make a mess if I do that. I'll add a little. And it smells. This reminds me of the NYC ones that was like this that I loved so much and they don't make anymore. Bring them back. Okay, I love it so, so much. Got a little gloss there. So these are the 3 things that I got from that collection, but that is everything. The 3 things that I've tried from that collection are amazing. Colourpop is killing it. e.l.f. is really coming out with some eye-catching stuff. The affordable end of Ulta is looking quite amazing this year. And with Juvias place being in Ulta, y'all, I really I don't know, I'm obsessed with Juvia's place. I want to get the berries and I think is it the lavenders, something like that. They look very nice. This blush is my favorite. If you want a recommendation on anything for me, which I know probably not because mediocre glam over here, but this is like one of the best blushes that I've ever used. I absolutely love it. I'm trying to think. I used to use the Balm Hot Mama blush, but this is like kicked that out. I still have it. I'm not getting rid of it, but I've hit pan on this. Have not even begun to hit pan on that. So yeah, let me know down below what you think of this look. Do you think that you would like to try it? Because if you do, you can recreate it and use the hashtag slightlyunblended on Instagram for a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. Let me know down below what else you would like to see next. I kind of have an idea for doing some rating of shades, like best matte purples, best blue mattes, whatever, you know, like doing something like that. I just want to do something different. Or if you would like to see a tutorial on something, I've been doing a lot of cut creases lately, but those take forever. I don't know if you want another 30-minute plus long video of me making weird faces. So I guess this sums it up because I'm rambling. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.